Hi, this is Isak from Magic Redirect, and in this video I will give you a short introduction to the new features of Magic Redirect 1.2. First of all, let's start with all the stuff that you cannot see, all the changes that are going on in the background. I've basically rewritten like 80% of the script, and well, the script is much more reliable, it's faster, and it's more stable. Before we were talking about, I don't know, maybe seconds if you have a lot of entries, and now we are talking milliseconds. So it's really fast, and well, you won't really, it's that fast, so you won't really experience any lag even if you have 1,000 records. So that's some of the stuff that's going on in the background. Another thing that I had to change is the way you position your data. In the old script, in version 1.1, if you were using more keywords or similar keywords, you have to put the longer keyword below the shorter keyword. This is something that I had to change, so now you have to put the longer keywords above the shorter keyword. But I will talk more about that in a second. Let's get to the layout here. Let's start from left, top left, and the first thing you'll notice is that now there's an update all button instead of an update button beside each row. This makes it a lot easier to update multiple rows at one time instead of updating one at a time. Next, over here we have an ID field, and the reason for this is what I talked about before. You have to have your longer keywords above the shorter keywords. So I've placed an ID field here so you can easily switch. Let's do like this. You can easily switch places. See, if I hit update all now, you can see that registry and registry cleaner had switched places, and I'll just have to switch them around again to make everything work. And while we are here, I've added a couple of these messages that will tell you what had just happened. I've got requests from a couple of you guys asking how you could be sure that when you hit the update button that everything was updated. So I've added a message box like this. Let's move on. The redirect URL is the same. The keyword field here is the same. The tracking ID. Before you could choose yes or no. Now you can select no, ClickBank, or other. And let me take this one. The other field is meant to be used with CPA networks, some smaller affiliate networks, and what it does is basically the ClickBank field here will create a tracking ID like this and put it behind the URL. Now if you put this behind a URL, for example Peerfly, you won't get any results. However, if you put this behind the URL like this, then you can use this as a tracking ID, and then you have to select other. So basically what this does is that it removes the question mark, the TID, and the align sign. It removes this. Okay. This was set to no. Okay. Now this is one of the major changes over here. Oops, I couldn't do that. But over here, this is the split testing feature, and this is something I'm pretty excited about myself. It's something that I have wanted to implement for a long time, but in this version I finally got to it. It's a very simple split testing feature. You can select yes, hit update all, and you will get a couple of fields here where you can enter some URLs you want to split test this offer up against. You need to be aware that for now you can only split test offers from within the same network, or at least offers who use the same kind of tracking ID. So you cannot split test a ClickBank offer and a PeerFly offer, for example, if you want to use the tracking ID feature. Over here we have a counter, a very simple counter. It basically tells you how many times each URL has been triggered. I know that the layout isn't the greatest, and I might get to that in the future, but for now it's more important for me to add some cool features and to make sure that everything is reliable than it is to have a great layout. So I'm sorry about that, but if you have some good ideas to how I could improve this, please let me know and I will see if it's possible. And you can reset the counter. Just click the reset. You will get a message here: counter has been reset for row, and now it's been reset. What else? If we move all the way down here, we have something called help and support, and this is simply a link. And actually I have to change this because it should go to here. And here you can submit a ticket if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, or bug reports, anything. Please use this, submit a ticket, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Now we have something called, let me just disable this. I have implemented a feature called debug mode, and well, if I enable this, first of all, debug mode is enabled for the next 60 minutes. What this means is that on your computer, debug mode is enabled. This has no effect on everyone else, just your computer, and in fact just the browser you're currently using. If I go here to an article, one of my articles, and I click this link, what you can see is it goes to my redirect domain here. Oopsie, let me just do that again. And but it stops there, and instead of going to this URL, to the redirect URL, it tells me all about what's going on. And as you can see, it tells me where the traffic is coming from, what keyword it detected, where it is in the database, and where it will redirect to. And then it says it's the first URL. If I go over here to ID 14, which, okay, wait a minute, just need to do like that, which is down here, you can see there's no split testing. So if there were split testing, it might go to the second URL, the third URL, and so forth. The hoop is set to ClickBank, and the generating tracking ID is $TID, align, and then blah blah blah. Split testing is set to no. The count is 14 for this URL, the first URL, and magic redirect will redirect traffic to this URL. Okay, if I go here, you can see that approach girls, it's easy. There we go. If we go here, you can see that some of the stuff here changes, and this is the second URL because on this keyword registry, let me go to my admin area, which is here. You can see that I have split testing enabled, so it will tell me it will redirect to the first URL. This is the debug mode, and you can turn it off right here. It will redirect you to the admin area. See, now I have two of these open. Let me just close the one of these. And then we have another feature down here called logging. And if you enable logging is enabled. I can click view log. Right now there's nothing in it, but if I go here and click that and go here and click that, so just have to close that again because the video will go on. If I just refresh this, hit F5, you can see that now I have some data. I can see the time over here, date and time, the IP address the traffic came from, or the user's IP address, then the URL that your traffic came from, and this is a hyperlink, that's so you can click and see the article or the blog post, the keyword, the database ID, where it redirects to, the second URL, and the debug status. So just a simple logging feature, and this will obviously grow over time. See if I go back here to my admin area. There we go. I can disable it again, and the only reason it's not static right now is because I am not 100% sure if it will slow down the database, if it will cause any troubles, anything. So I have given you a possibility to the option to disable it and enable it. So that's basically it. These are the updates and the new features. So I've made another video where I show you how you can quickly and easily update your script to the new version. It's simply a matter of uploading a few files to your FTP server and then going to a specific URL, and yeah, so that's it. Go ahead and grab your copy of Magic Redirect 1.2 and let me know if you have any comments, suggestions, or whatever. Okay, bye bye.